Hello, my name is Osahoni Lobo. I'll be taking you through a lab on AWS console, and today we are going to look at AMI. Simple to use service on AWS, identity and access management. So on this console, we are going to look at how to give rights to users, role and permissions, including policies. So this helps us to manage those who have access into our AWS console or giving a temporary right to a user. So all we have to do is to go to the AWS console, click on AMI. This is the landing page, which is the dashboard. We can see an existing rule. This is by default. And on the left hand side, we can see the services that we can run on AMI. So AMI is identity and access management. So on this, what we want to achieve is this: we want to create two specific users. One is created directly with the policy under the user role, while the other we place under the group. So we create a group and give it a policy. That means we set a boundary of operation, and then we access it on the EC2 instance. Just to observe here, it is structured, the AMI is structured on the global structure, not just on regions. So it is structured on the global framework. So at this point in time, we are creating two users. So I can go straight to users, okay, and create both users. But first, one of the user will be created on to be umbrelled or to be linked to the group, while the other stands independently. And then we'll check the outcome. First, I can just simply click on user group. Let me just create this. It's very simple and straightforward group. So I'll give the name of the group developer, and underneath the group, straight down, so you can see here add user to the group. There's no user created already, so I'll just go straight down to the policy I want to give. So let me give read only access to this particular user. So we see it here, easy to read only access. I select it. I can give as many because it's a checkbox. I can give as many, okay, policy or rights or permission to the user. So just click on create. So we have successfully created a group. So this user group is created already by default. So but if you take a look at the summary, you see there's no user attached to it. But underneath this, we have a permission, existing permission. If we go down, you see this is the only permission we have here, but there's no user associated. So I'll go to user, I'll create a user. So I'm creating two users. So work with me, developer. Let me use developer one. So I click on this, which is provides user access to AWS console. So what I want to do, I want to create a user. Straight down, I'm going to customize the password to something I would like to use. So let me use for the purpose. This is the password I created. Now I'm going to uncheck this so that you don't keep creating or changing your password every time you try to log in. So I'll click on next. Now on this permission option, we are going to use either this or this, but for the first that stands alone, I'm going to use attach policy directly to the user. So for developer 1, I'm going to use attach policy directly. So what do I want developer 1 to have access to? So EC2 read only as well, and also I want S3 access as well, read only. So this read only. So I've given two permissions to the user. So I click on next. So these are the two permissions that is granted developer 1. So read only, there's a view right. I come to create. So at this point now, I'll click on the download CSV. On the CSV, we have the user name, password, and the link to access. So I've successfully created a user. So I'll go back, return to the user list. So we see we have created the first user. So I'm going to create another user. Pretty much the same. I'll use developer 2. So click on this. I want to create. Okay. I'll customize password. Okay, uncheck. Next. At this point, I'm not attaching it directly to a policy, so I'm attaching the user to the group because the group has its own policy, customized policy. So now underneath, this is the group. Select the group, straight down, click on next, click on create user. The same process. So don't forget they are created on the global framework. So we are giving them access to every region here to view and see, just to see. Okay, view as right. So at this point, I'll go out to my EC2. So I'll choose a region. Let me choose another region. Let me see. I choose North Virginia. So I want to create an instance. So just a quick run through. The name, leave it as Linux, straight down, select my email, the existing, and move straight down to create instance. So I just create a just create a server. So let's see. So now this is the server, the EC2 instance that I've launched under US states. Go to the dashboard, click on refresh. I'll be able to see it here. This is just the one I've created. Now let me log in through incognito and let's do our tests. So I'll come to my drop down. I'll look at developer 1. I have the link. I go to my incognito. Now you can see my login will not be root, it will be on the AMI user interface. So I pick my password, user ID. So now under this, I'm going to select my region, US states. I'll come to EC2. You can see I can view the instance that was created on the under the root access. So this is it, you can view it, but you cannot launch. You cannot launch because that was not the rights that you were given. You're not given an operator right. So let's go down straight and see. So these are controls that you put. Because there's no rights, I cannot create an instance. I can change my rights, I can change the permission, but that will be done through the root user or by the root user interface on the AMI. So same goes with, I have to log this out. And I'll log in with the second credentials. Part two. It is that you're downloading the password help you with all the information required to sign in. So the same here. Under the region, I click on EC2. I can see as well. But let's try to launch too. The restriction is there. So A B D straight down. So you don't have access. You are not authorized to perform this operation. So thank you so much. This is pretty much very easy. Just through the root user, you go to the IAM and define the roles and the access of each user within the organization. Thank you.